all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-E, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sunny, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just...
Hey guys, Triple S here. Seattle Seahawks franchise, we're getting a new season underway from CenturyLink Field. It is the third year of our Seahawks franchise, looking to defend our Super Bowl title. If you want to take a look back at the Super Bowl, that would be in my Seahawks franchise episode number 28.
Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona.
So hopefully my internet can handle this. It's been acting up a little bit.
Every project, every seashore, and I ain't content trying to see more nomadic.
So let's get this going. It's season number 3 of Seahawks franchise. If you want to check out that Super Bowl, go ahead and check out the last episode that I have up on the Seahawks franchise playlist on my YouTube channel. Season. But let's play some football. Alright, it is a Thursday primetime game. I don't think I'm up for wearing the Color Rush jerseys, though. Because I would like to get a screenshot from this game to use as my new title page. There we go. We got the uniform situation squared away. We're ready to play some football. So it's been a while since I've played a Seahawks game, since a couple of days before the Super Bowl this year, back in February. But I would like to get another Seahawks season in if I can. There's several things about this game, obviously, year after year, that you hope the EA would address and fix, but occasionally they do, but most of the time they don't, so that's disappointing. Madden is, well,
and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Chiefs going up against the Seahawks. What a surprise here. There is rain in Seattle as we're off to Century Link Field to link up with our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Davis.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get close. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick, also the former Utah Ute. It's Alex Smith.
And when people believe in you, it is amazing what you can accomplish. Many thought Alex Smith's career was pretty much over in San Francisco, but that new regime came in and he resurrected his career in a big way. Took San Francisco to the NFC Championship game before moving on to Kansas City and playing really well for the Chiefs.
All right, we'll see how the defense does without Michael Bennett.
Smith on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Nice pressure there.
And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Anyway, what I was saying before the introduction to the game, Madden is my least favorite out of all the sports games. I feel like it's got more gameplay issues than any of them. But I love football, and I'll keep playing it.
A shotgun snap for Smith, and this is going to be incomplete.
That looked like the receiver slipped and fell there.
About any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Yeah, receiver was down. On the ground.
So here's Dustin Colquitt.
So a quick 3 and out for the Chiefs. Seahawks will get the ball.
Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett.
Ooh, short kick. The wind must be blowing in his face.
Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The third Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third
Hopefully
down
Hill can
brings
stay
here for
healthy.
the offense. From the gun on third down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Again, it's Hill. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Kurz. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Probably should have checked out of that one.
Up 3rd.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So they're operating in the red zone. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Wilson on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's the fullback. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were
for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Atama Rubin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
They come out here in the eye. Now it's Smith. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Smith. And a dump off to White. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look foolish.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Hill, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the run.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Hill. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Smith, Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Cam Chancellor is one of the best safeties in the game, but with his linebacker size, that allows the team to use him wherever they want to make plays.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. One receiver left, three to the right. Second and 10, Smith again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. They come out here in the eye. Here's Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cam Chancellor able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now it's second and 7. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. On On third down, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So Wilson will head to the sideline, and on comes Steven Hauschka for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right.
Jeez.
And this score will stay right where it is. So that'll do it for the first quarter as we kick off another season. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
I should have just called a timeout. Just trying to get the kickoff so that I had the wind at my back.
This presentation of the NFL
and just kind of rushed it a bit.
is brought to you by Gatorade.
Brandon Gaudin is the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter as they take over here 1st and 10. They'll run the option left, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, how's it going there, Mr. CPU? I take it you're a Braves fan?
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
I used to cheer for the Braves back in the day when I was a kid.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now.
Cheered for him in the Dave Justice, Ron Gant era.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. With a 1st and 10. We put our attention now on the Chiefs defense. And the last time, remember,
my favorite player as a really young kid, though, was Dale Murphy.
Because anytime you have an empty possession or you force one, you feel great going off the field. And probably a little chatter towards the kicker like, hey, nice miss, my man. Let's see if that affects him the rest of the game.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll get this up to about the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the
Yeah, the frustrating thing with the Braves is all those years that they were good and they only managed that one World Series win. But at least they got that one, though. Could have been worse. It could have been like my Utah Jazz that had all those great years with Stockton and Malone and didn't get anything. Nothing to show for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Yep, it is what it is, that's for sure.
Here in the eye. Now Hill. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
That's a good play by the
Yeah, exactly.
side of the ball.
Yep.
Held him to a gain of 2.
That would suck to be a Bills fan, that's for sure.
For the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down.
My offense in this game is really interesting. Sometimes I just can't do anything, and then sometimes it almost feels like it's too easy. So I'm kind of thinking I need to mess with the settings and make things a little more difficult for my defense anyway, because my defense has just been killing this team.
Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy.
And I'm dealing with the
Now,
Seahawks offensive line that's
how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and
not
make the
good.
play?
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
See, and I'm the opposite on both NCAA 14 and Madden. I'm pretty dang good defensively, but my offense can just be awful sometimes. And then I'll have a game where I score like 40 points out of nowhere.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. The busy night continues for Hill. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long.
I lost Jimmy Graham, so I don't have that big tight end I can throw the fade to here in this situation.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Yeah, I hear you. I throw into coverage too much myself because I hate taking sacks.
On 2nd down, Wilson. His throw incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Did he not get a foot down?
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
I maybe should have tried to challenge that because that looked like he got a foot down to me.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 20. for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slips free.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10.
Thanks, man. Have a good day.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, the spin. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that tells you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for KC. 71 yards. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Nice tackle there, Madison. Reed almost ran him down, the big defensive tackle. And then not a great tackle by Chancellor. See Madison get trucked.
In the red zone this time. They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw, Smith. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. K.J. Wright coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Second and goal to go now. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
This guy's a beast, man.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
3 carries, 79 yards.
And it demonstrates why you got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play.
All right, what are we doing here, boys? That's what I was afraid of.
Out of the gun. No gain on the play. And
nice, kept him out.
4th and goal.
I thought he got in.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter.
What you going to do, Big Andy?
Kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gold is able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points. And that
video games, that's who kicks field goals in video games. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They begin the drive with Hill. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Running game's really struggled. So far, that's not a good sign.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On third down, Wilson. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Now we're the team kicking into the wind.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
I think that's Sherman down. Yes, it is. Apparently shaken up there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
It's like ribs or something. Can't afford to lose him for very long, that is for sure.
Shipped together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first
Broken
down.
collarbone.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Dang.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise.
How long is he going to be out with a broken collarbone?
Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away
I'm
from
guessing
running the football.
6 to 8 weeks,
say,
maybe?
guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot
I
of
really have no
confidence.
idea. But
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
To throw on second down is Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Smith looking for someone to throw to. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, 3rd and 9. Let's run a little cover 6.
Reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season.
Make sure everybody's looking underneath.
In Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy.
Oh, not as
complete to Kelsey. And he fumbled it. It's on
he
the
fumbled
ground.
it?
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Seriously?
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely
Wow.
was, because that's all defense is
Wow,
talking
wow,
about.
wow.
Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal.
Our goal line defense is just tight right now. What do we do here? 3rd down.
All cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Defense
They're going to run it again, or
they come out in a nickel on 3rd and goal. They'll run the option left. Hammering for
ball's out?
He loses the football. But
They get it back
fortunately,
again?
He's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right
I think
there.
he was down
But how about
anyway.
his ability to correct it. Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on him. Keeps
Another
possession.
goal line stand. Nice job, fellas. Nice job.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out
Defend
here.
every
Less than
inch.
An extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Gold is able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And out now come the Seahawks. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead.
It's like the Chiefs aren't going to call any timeouts, so
seems to me,
we will
Brandon,
get to
they're pretty
halftime.
content with where they are right now. Just going to take a knee and head in for the half.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brent. The Seahawks are winning the turnover battle, but this is still a tight game. The Chiefs have to feel somewhat lucky to still be in such a close game, considering those turnovers. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. 3rd and long. Wilson's on target here, and he'll end up picking up 28 yards on the play.
Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment.
All right, fellas, I'll be right back to get the second half underway in just a second. All right, let's play some football.
Ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
I don't know why I've got Baldwin returning kicks. It's a good way to get him hurt.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They start the second half with Hill. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll hand it off now. Hill, a strong running. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners.
Gonna bring in a little
keep grinding clock.
Fullback jumbo package here.
Fullback try and push the pile. Fighting through. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass.
And now I'm going to take a shot. So let's get out of this fullback package. Bring in Pro-Size.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to Cooper Helfet. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's see. I'm going to go with a... slip screen for the halfback here. And get Hill into some open field.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Or
and no escaping this
not get the
time
ball
as he'll
out.
Go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Always end up shooting myself in the foot. Have a good drive going.
Now Wilson on second down. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. For pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Third and long, it's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed.
Wow, I did not even see that guy.
One there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
Lucky he's not running the other way.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run the option left. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
They're going to get Smith killed if they keep running that play.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Here's Smith now on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Smith on first down. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On first down, it's Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So if you're just joining us here, we lost Richard Sherman in the second quarter to a broken collarbone.
These players nowadays at that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
Since then, the Chiefs have been throwing it around on us a little bit.
Coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they complete the pass pass, and now they face a second down. Throwing again is Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the
Get on that.
Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Good job, Bobby.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance.
First turnover of the game.
And at the same time, under control.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On second down, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt will go out of bounds.
Oh,
I think
man.
it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line.
That was a 16-yard punt, folks. That was horrible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on second down is Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I believe that was the guy that I was supposed to be covering.
Everyone's
But
gotta
I
be able to
chased
catch
after
the
somebody
football.
else.
Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They come up in an offset eye. On second down, here's Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and it's third down. got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
Offense.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. From the gun, here's Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run. This is Hill. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
The running game has done nothing.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost
that was a little
always
risky.
Traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no
Except
one
that that
gets
wasn't
it.
the guy I
Give him a
wanted to
lot of
throw the
credit
ball
for
to.
being really precise with it.
That was a complete accident. I was trying to hit Lockett down the right side, but I hit the wrong button.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz and they go past you and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot. Right exactly where you were running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jay Howard, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The offense is really starting to bog down.
No return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you can pretty much call them all out. Line, but how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's Smith now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing on third down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Are you serious?
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when
was
you
it really that late?
That you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vance Walker in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver. And
horrible 3rd down conversion to give up there.
To the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, Smith looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. On first down, it's Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vance Walker in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
To throw on second down is Smith. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Out of the gun, Smith. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. To the air again, Smith. That's caught at the 2. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard
Another
there, so
stop at the goal line. Wow. They may go for it on this one, though.
It's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And they're going for it.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter.
All right, 12s, this is where you got to come into play.
Desperation time for Smith.
Oh, they did it.
Touchdown, Chiefs. Their dangerous wide receiver there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit.
So last season, I really struggled at home. I think I was 4-4 at CenturyLink Field.
Someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards.
Wilson having a rough day, 14-25.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 3-15.
Now a pitch out to Hill. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Hill, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Certainly not an overwhelmingly good debut for Jeremy Hill for us.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Got to get that out earlier.
He's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So that was a hot route that I called for Baldwin. I was just kind of trying to clear out that side for maybe the running back out of the backfield over there. I had no idea that safety was going to come flying up like that.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
So this was the situation in games that I like to try to find Jimmy Graham. But without him, we'll see what we can come up with.
Gun, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kurz, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And oh, it's blocked.
Are you kidding me? Well, that changes things. It's now just a field goal game instead of a touchdown game.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
All right, D, here we go now.
Defense getting set to go. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it? To the right side, it's Kelsey.
Kelsey's got it. Probably 10 double-digit receptions.
Here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork.
7, I guess.
And with those
seems like more than that.
And the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
If you're just joining us, we lost Richard Sherman back in the second quarter
To throw on second down
to a
Smith. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
a broken collarbone.
5, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So not sure how long he's going to be out with that. My guess is 6 to 8 weeks. But I really don't know. So if anybody out there knows just how long a broken collarbone will keep somebody out. So Artie Burns, a guy that we picked up from the Steelers in a off-season trade, is taking his place out on the edge.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Six minutes to go.
On first down, it's Smith.
Oh, man.
And
he dropped it.
In the middle third of the field.
Holy cow.
That'll bring up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going
He was
to be
hearing
conscious
Cam
that it's probably
Chancellor
going to be
footsteps right there.
And often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Yeah, he was hearing Cam Chancellor right there.
Defense showing blitz. Back to throw, Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Hard to be accurate with a wet football.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out.
All right, fellas, big third down. Let's go now. Get loud, 12s.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Another catch by Kelsey. 4th down, though. I imagine they're going to punt.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang
what
it
in
up
the
there.
world? Get out of the way of that.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Wow, that was a horrible punt.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work, and they'll be looking to build off of
All right, so the question here, do we keep the ball on the ground and try to milk the clock, or do we see if we can be aggressive and go for a dagger?
Nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
We'll keep it on the ground first.
Pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional
My defense has been playing well, so I don't feel
We'll
tons
see
of
if they can
pressure to try
disrupt
to
it here.
lengthen the lead
They'll
out.
run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Tackle
The
made
running
that
game
time
has
by
just
Jay
not been
Howard.
effective the whole
Fourth
game.
quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
All right, we'll get a little bit more aggressive here.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Finding time. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free.
That was a
Brings
little
up
scary.
3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
All right, going to go with a little screen pass. High probability of the clock still running. And a possibility of getting a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Come on. Man,
A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
can't get out from behind a blocker. The Chiefs are going to save their timeouts.
Come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
We do have the wind at our backs here, so we should be able to get a pretty good kickoff as long as we get it off. Oh, look at this. Beautiful.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And here now is
Beautiful,
Travis
beautiful.
Kelce. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone
All
needs
right,
to
you don't
be
want to
there.
be backed
So it's
up in
not
this
what we call a
stadium.
free release where he just gets into the route so easily. 'Cause once
Come
you
on,
build
12s,
up
get into it.
speed, forget it, you're done. Knock
Nice
it
job,
down,
Bobby.
Chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Surveying the field. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And he's
Kelce
gonna get this
again.
one all the way up to the 30. 23 yards on the play. He had
Huge
time,
game
was able
for
to survey
Kelce.
the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Smith on 1st down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Come on, boys.
Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Approaching the 2-minute warning. Game is on the line right now. 16-13 for us.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final
This might be the last play before the 2-minute warning, unless it's an incomplete pass.
Here's Smith now on second down. He's got time, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. On quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game.
All right, third down and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
And he is not getting it.
Gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Nothing.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires.
They're going to punt here. They still have all 3 timeouts, so not quite a situation where we can just
so the Chiefs in possession
take a knee.
of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Yep, they are going to punt it. That's what I figured.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And now a high kick trying to pin him back.
Oh my gosh, that was dangerous.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
What kind of a punt was that? Holy crap.
They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. They'll run it with Hill. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. This is Hill. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Right, only 1 timeout.
And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
We got to find ourselves a little first down play here. What is going to get us a first down? I'm going inside Wills. See if we can find Revis over the middle right there.
Dime package. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
All right.
Wilson to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
That should do it.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
I don't know why Big Andy Reid's all excited there. They just lost. So back in Madden 15, I think it was, I was the Bills. And I had this game against the Redskins where I had the game basically won like this and I needed to take a knee. And I decided to just say screw all football strategy and play video games. And I was trying to tack on more points. And I literally fumbled a handoff.
And they will take a knee here.
That the Redskins returned for a touchdown on the last play of the game. Time expired, I lost, and I missed the playoffs by 1 game. If I had won that game, I would have been in the playoffs, and all I needed to do was take a knee. Since then, I don't screw around. Learned my lesson on that one. When you got the game in hand, you take a knee. Don't take any chances.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
All right, this will do it. This will be the last play of the game right here.
And
We
looks like
escape.
we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
The Chiefs are a good team. Not a bad win here. Not bad to only win by 3.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. He lost 2.
So
and it brings
considering
up
that we went
4th.
4-4 at CenturyLink Field last season, I will take a 1-0 start at CenturyLink Field any day. So that's going to be it from CenturyLink.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Seahawks, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Well, guys, thanks for joining in. I've had a good time. It's been a fun start to the 2018 season for the Seahawks. Hope you'll join in when we stream, and if you can't, check out my videos as I do recaps of every week. And keep up on how things are going out here in Seattle. This is SSS, Seaside Sports Sims, and thanks for joining in. Peace out, and happy gaming, fellas. Happy gaming.